we're back on right at the top of the second hour. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's great to know that we are back on the air. And hardly, there you go. I don't know. To me, what's your thoughts on Adam Copeland using his real name now in the ring versus
It's weird,
isn't it?
It's so weird. I feel dirty saying it.
Even when we were chanting like Adam, he was like, "I've never heard this before. This is cool."
It's not cool. It's Edge.
I agree. I mean, it's like, these guys have this persona. Now, granted, obviously WWE either owns the name or he just chose not to want to use Edge anymore. It's a new start. I'm Edge. I'm an Edge guy. It's so much better than.
There's no way WWE doesn't have that name copyrighted.
That they do.
I was laughing when everyone was like, they should call him Corner.
Oh my god!
I was like, y'all are wild, but
it's like it bothers me because you have Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. At least Christian kept Christian. He just added a last name.
Right.
Like, I mean, I don't. It's kind of hard what you're gonna do with Edge because WWE does own it. I do remember that being a thing. That's why they made that custom Intercontinental title for him.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of funny if you go to WWE's auction page, they're still like auctioning off Edge's stuff from that last SmackDown.
Really?
Like his coat and stuff.
Oh, when he was up in Toronto against Sheamus?
No way.
They took him off of everything else, but.
So, you know what? Speaking of Edge, Adam.
What's his name?
Speaking of that guy that went down to
That's
AEW,
right.
He said that he's 100%. He's going to finish his wrestling career in AEW.
Okay.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. You're selling me snake oil, Adam.
So you're saying he's going to end up back with WWE again?
Of course. It's going to be one last little Rumble to Mania run, send off. Christian's going with him. There's no way it's not happening. There's no way.
Well, would it be safe to say that his final match, whenever that is, wherever that is, would be against Christian?
I'd love it.
Cage?
I would love it.
Just for the nostalgia fact, because to him have his last match in Toronto on not a show, on not a pay-per-view, and I get, he's in Canada and, kind of wants to go out thanking his folks and everything and supporting Canada. But to me, doesn't he deserve a little more fanfare for what would be a final match?
Yes.
Right? He's not a WWE Hall of Famer as of yet, technically, but we know he's going to be regardless, right? I mean, Beth is in.
Who, Edge?
No,
Edge is in there.
Edge got in when he got retired.
When he retired.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. I forget. That's 9 years, for Christ's sakes. I apologize. So they're both Hall of Famers. He's already a Hall of Famer. It would make sense for him to go back at some point and have that final send-off match on a much grander stage.
I couldn't agree more.
Christian and Edge and WrestleMania 41.
I would love it, honestly. You know what? I'm all for, like, if I was Trips or Vince or Endeavor or whoever, you realize what Edge brings to the company. You realize the money he's brought. You realize the butts he's put in seats. If that guy wants to retire in Toronto, you put a big pay-per-view in Toronto.
Exactly.
That's just how you do it.
I totally agree. All right, we're at the top of the hour number 2. Now that our producers put the fire out on our internet and we're back live, we're going to step aside to end hour number 1 officially. Go to break, and we come back. We got so much more to talk about. Thank you for watching and hanging in there with us. We'll be right back.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. These are my new tag team partners, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Moth, and you're watching the Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Seven Foxy. I'm here with my man, Big Chief. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Hi, I'm Sean Navari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is the Essential Character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hey,
what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition.
Hey, we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Tessa Blanchard and Ozzy, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
And we're back, but I don't know for how long.
Just keep putting quarters in the slot, will you please? You're watching
Everyone get some change.
Thoughts Count Anywhere, hopefully coming to you live from the WWDBTV studios. Hey, listen, there's some internet connection issues because I think they're doing some work outside and they're in and out of the
Is that the same guys you saw the last time?
They keep coming back for internet help.
Shit.
That's right. They're digging into your internet. So good news is if we fade off visually, the show is still being recorded audio-wise, so there will still be something that you'll be able to capture on our great conversations that we're having today. Again, we want to thank Ryan for coming in, filling in for Chief. Chief must be up in a hot air balloon because I figured by now he would have called in the first hour just to get it over with, if nothing else. But that 1 hour time difference, so.
I think he's still trying to figure it out. I think he's just staring at his phone and be like, where do I do?
Well, you gotta flip it open first.
That's a blitz, right? Yeah, he's got a long extension.
He's trying to
cord.
figure out where to put the quarters in to make a phone call.
Wait, you said he's in New Mexico, right?
Yeah, he's in Albuquerque.
We
Big
have,
balloon
to
fest.
we have to go outside. He's making smoke signals. That's what it
Oh, is that what it is? He's rubbing his new stick toys together.
He's on top of a hot air balloon. Where are you guys? Did you see Bruno? He sold out Albuquerque too.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny if you saw like Bruno Mars entertaining somewhere and he gets all confused. Bruno's on stage. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. We love you, Chief. We told you this was going to happen, so I know you're prepared for it.
I haven't even started yet.
I know you've been you've been busy the last 30 minutes, so I'll give you credit. I'll give you some knowledge for that. All right, let's flip it over. Let's go to the AEW ROH report. There's a lot of things going on there, some of which we've already covered. We know that Adam Cole has already done all of that. Julia Hart to take time off from AEW to get married. Congrats to her. Who's she getting married to? Do we know?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. So it's not someone within wrestling like everybody else seems.
I wonder if they're really going to put like that whole faction on the back burner because like she's taking time off.
Right.
So it seems like in wrestling, one person from a faction like takes time off. It's like the whole thing has to go away.
Do they even write her off TV, or is she just going to just be like, later?
When she lost her match for the TBS championship, I think that was like her last match. So it's pretty much a lose and go.
So it wasn't even like a write-off. It's just
no, it was just you lost. So
I'm taking my stuff and going home. That's it. All right.
I just wonder when Malachi Black's contract's up, because there's no way he doesn't go back to WWE.
Yeah.
Now with Zelina getting a much bigger role lately, especially since her match in Puerto Rico, which God bless her, it was a great moment for her.
Yeah.
Especially he was like a coin flip away from main eventing WrestleMania.
Robert Babcock says those bad gremlins in the internet are working against us today.
Paul Heyman did an interview and he said it was either Aleister Black or Drew McIntyre, and he couldn't make up his mind.
Really?
Ended up going with Drew McIntyre, but it was this close to being Aleister Black.
Wow.
Beating Brock Lesnar for the belt.
Didn't Aleister, wasn't the main reason they didn't choose him because of the tattoos and they didn't want to upset the Saudis?
Could
Because
be.
I remember reading that too. They were like, we can't, he has some questionable tattoos.
So just have him cover up.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right? Yeah, just put a shirt on. But
Or do like a full body paint thing. That'd be cool.
yeah.
Huh?
Absolutely. Listen.
And just spin kick a turban off. It's fine.
Whatever. So Ryan,
Yeah.
I think you're gonna be my new partner next week.
Yeah. Hey, hit that off button.
Heart
on here.
Attack Grill may be bombed later. Oh my God.
We got roast for that. I was like surprised it hasn't happened yet.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness
There
gracious.
might be 9/11 jokes running around that place at all times.
So what's Sammy?
Yeah, go ahead. Sammy Callahan, right? Callahan has been spotted with Moxie, fueling rumors that he too may be joining AEW. So,
Has he lost weight yet?
not from the picture I saw last.
Then maybe he should just kind of
Go with Adam Cole and work out.
Yeah.
Isn't what you said earlier?
Him and Cole need to do something. Yeah.
My goodness. Sammy Guevara suffered concussion during Wrestle Dream. We'll get to those results momentarily. So he missed last week. He was pulled off this past week as well.
Yeah,
too.
he missed Dynamite and they replaced him with the guy from Aussie Open, which was a good match, but didn't make too much.
Yeah. when you have to pull somebody last minute, it's hard to make sense of any matches of filling in. Or you.
It was cool to see Sammy Guevara finally get the win over Jericho.
Yeah, absolutely. AEW blamed audio issues during the Adam Cole segment on TBS and replayed the segment later on in the show. They could have kept him down there.
It ain't just us. Even the big guys have that.
Maybe it's those mosquitoes that came up from Arizona that are biting into the internet.
Yeah.
They're biting everything else, for crying out loud.
You can't see them.
I've gone through so much calamine lotion. It's fucking pathetic. Anyway, I don't even remember where the frick I was. Powerhouse Hobbs joined the Don Callis family.
Wrestling.
It's about time they use him for something.
He hasn't been seen for a while, right? He hadn't been on really regularly.
No, not at all.
So they bring him in as a surprise to join the family. You're not buying it. I can tell you're not. Ryan's not buying that one.
Oh man, I tell you, it's just let's throw shit on the wall and see if it sticks. That's what this is.
Special shout out to John Pillaton out there who jumped into our show today. He's in the chat room. I have to say this. I'm going to say it with all due respect because I love the guy. He's my boss. He's the principal at the school I work at, and his daughter is actually a big sportscaster out in Hawaii.
Oh wow!
Awesome.
So I'm trying to get Mr. Pillaton to be a little more active because the school I work at is an art school, and they actually have a great studio that they do a live newscast on campus. The kids do. It's all the kids. But this past Thursday, the teachers took over. We did a teachers edition. I posted on my Facebook wall, and Mr. Pillaton, who's not all that comfortable doing this, what we do, but he came in, he did the weather with a partner, did great. And I told him, I said, if you say yes to something and you bail out on me, I'm calling your daughter. I'm telling you right now. So we did a great job. Thank you, John, for jumping in here and checking out Thoughts Count Anywhere. Anyway, not you, John, not JPEG. Geez, too many Johns.
I want to jump on that microphone. Excuse me, children. GFY. Have a good day. Bye.
And actually, it's funny you say that because this newscast that they do is called Super 6 News, replaces the messages you would hear in the morning over the intercom. So it's interesting you say the old school method, right? They would get on the intercom. They don't do that anymore. This newscast at the school kind of replaces that with the lunch menu, weather, what to expect, special themes, and all of that.
I think that's really cool.
Today's menu, mystery meat.
Actually, Salisbury steak. Actually, that's funny. I don't mean to digress, but that's what happens on the show. In the lunch report, they give you your main meal, and then as a backup, you have a grilled cheese sandwich. And boy, there's a handful of teachers on one of them. We write the script in advance for the news, knowing what's coming up. The kids just present it. Boy, the grilled cheese sandwich, man, it gets killed in every news. The dreaded grilled cheese or the double grilled cheese, it just gets killed every time that it's on the menu, which is a shame because I think grilled cheese is great. When somebody else makes it for me, it's even better. But anyway, so it's good. So I did post it if you want to check it out. I asked to be one of the main news anchors. Surprise, surprise. And they actually asked me to coordinate.
Bring the kids back.
Yeah, they will be back. Don't worry. And actually, I'm hoping to line up a show because it's during the week. The Roundtable Thursday nights. We're going to try to do a show live from their studio.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be cool.
Maybe we'll do a special TCA show down there and put it in. Whatever we could do all of that because it helps promote the school. It's a magnet school that's open to anybody within the valley. So it's not just like a located school. Anyway.
You hear that, Mr. Principal?
That's right, Mr. Pillaton. TCA is coming to Gilbert Elementary School.
That's right. Opposites attract.
We'll test it out with the Roundtable first.
It's a magnet.
It's a magnet school. Oh, shut up. Go back and work on the internet.
I'm working on it.
I know you are.
Oh, there it goes.
Jay White versus MJF is announced for Full Gear after Jay White stole the belt. That thief.
That's a what?
It's going to be a good match. I still think MJF is going to retain at the end, but him against the Bullet Club, MJF's going to have to make some new friends or something because I don't think he could take a 4-on-1 beating weekly.
No, this is a great cruiserweight match, though. Great cruiserweight match. It's for the cruiserweight title, right? That's what we're talking about here. Sorry.
How do you really feel?
That's right.
I like MJF. I do, but.
Well, what do you think of his role right now then with Adam Cole? It's so opposite of the way, at least presentation-wise.
It shows range, and I like it.
Yeah?
It shows range. I think it's stupid, but it shows range.
Right.
So I thought a lot of things that Kane did back in the day was kind of stupid, but looking back, I appreciate them.
Right.
Because I was like, wow, this guy can literally entertain you with anything.
Right.
I'm feeling like MJF is kind of getting there.
Okay. But do you really buy him as a babyface, though? in any way, shape, or form. I understand what you're saying.
I can.
Can you?
I can in the right circumstance, and it was getting there. And
Okay.
I think now it's going to take a step back because
Right.
Adam Cole is leaving
Because
he's hurt.
Because on the boat video that they did, the little vignette, when he went to get another beer, he grabbed the brass knucks.
Yeah.
And you saw his face kind of like, and then right at the moment, Adam Cole says, "Hey, you're not grabbing the knucks and hitting me from behind, are you?" "Oh, no." You know what I'm saying? So there's still a hint that side is still there.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
now we'll see where they go with it. Because didn't he just defend the tag titles in the handicap match?
Yeah, against
You
the
know?
Righteous.
So it'll be interesting to see how they play with him now he's with that. But all right, Billy Starrs signs a full-time contract with AEW.
That's pretty cool to be like 18 years old and have a full-time contract with a
Mhm.
major wrestling promotion.
Mhm.
They see something in her.
Ryan's just so oversold and overjoyed with the signing.
Chief would have been is he like took off the show to go see her at a show.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he did that. All right, that does it for the AEW report. So we're in good shape there. Do we want to go over the Wrestle Dream results? Want to do that next?
Sure.
All right, and then we'll take a break. So this way our producer has a heads up on getting a commercials or 2 or 3 or
Yeah, break this.
GFY. We just talked about
That's
it.
going to be my new favorite.
That's right. Oh, did I miss one? Oh, I missed that one. Missed that one up there. Okay, let's talk. We're going to go back. Let's go to this one. Let's go backwards. The Miz accepted a pay cut to secure a WWE contract when he got too developmental.
I was reading some interview and he said like before he got to developmental, he was already making 6 figures, like selling shirts and trying to make it into wrestling.
Right.
And then when WWE signed him, they're going to pay him less. And he was like, I want to get into WWE. I'll take a
Sure.
pay cut gladly
Sure.
because I bet on myself.
Right.
And I think I'll make more money later. And
Right.
he made the right call.
Definitely. He bet on himself, right? That's the old saying, right?
I clicked on that link so fast because it said like Miz taking a pay cut for contract.
Right.
And I was like, well, his contract's up. He's really taking a pay cut now?
Yeah.
He was like one of the
I think he's
best
still would now,
wrestlers,
too.
like as far as like heels and like him putting people over and stuff, he's like one of the best in the
Mhm.
business.
He's safe.
Mhm.
He's talented. Everything looks good. Everything's clean.
So has he reached that level where he's now, hate to say it this way, nothing more than a experienced and veteran wrestler working towards putting other people over?
yeah,
Do you see him on another title run of any kind in the future?
I'm not a fan of the Miz character, but
Okay.
I'm a fan of the human being that has put in all this work. And
Mike
effort.
Mizandon.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he deserves to be put in that position once again because he's going to succeed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's face or heel, I really don't care.
Mhm.
Obviously, we all want him to be a heel doing
Right.
it, but he deserves that. He needs to be praised before it's too late because when he rides off in the sunset, people are going to go, "Man, Miz was awesome."
Hall of Famer?
Yes,
So,
easily,
100%.
Mhm.
easily.
Go.
Oh
back to-
man,
I'm
here
going
we
back
go.
to what I
again.
said.
Throwing that word around.
Right. So I figured I'd throw it around a little more. I mean, no, seriously, would he, if you were to do a Mount Rushmore, and we know who many of them would be,
Mhm.
if we get rid of all those expected answers, would you put him on a Mount Rushmore of some sort?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I think the guy has figured out how to open up his phone. It's on the line. We
We
just
got
heard.
the old guy on the line.
Oh, John, it doesn't have to be you. Chief, are you out there, sir?
Hey, I just wanted to give my prediction for this weekend. Bruno San Martino is
Chief.
going to win the match.
He's talking. Can you hear him?
Nope.
Not yet? How
Nope.
about now?
Chief,
Hello.
Oh, there you
Hello.
are. We got you.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
What's going on?
Chief's checking in the house from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, you got the Balloon Fest out there.
Got the balloon fest out here. 536 balloons are going to go up during the next 12 days
Wow. Oh, I'm sure you're taking pictures, yeah?
from all over the world.
He's chiseling.
We've got balloons coming in, have come in from as far as Belgium.
Belgium. Holy, they didn't fly the balloon over from Belgium, did they?
Yes, they did.
On
a plane.
No.
UPS box.
What they do is they transport it in by ship
Wow.
And then it comes out, and it comes out by like the pods.
Right.
And then it gets here, and then they set up, and they're ready to go.
Wow. Can't imagine what the cost would be to ship a hot air balloon like that. Jeez. So,
Well, evidently, the gentleman that does it, he does it around the world.
wow. So, what has been some of your favorite balloons that you've seen in terms of the designs or stuff?
Let's see. The local dairy out here's got the cow. That they put up. For that they got the pink balloon out here.
Sounds like you're full of hot air.
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
They got a Martian. They have a Martian balloon. And this year they have an organization called the Rainbow Riders, and it's their 40th year. So they're putting 40 balloons up in the air this year.
How many people are attending? Did they expect over the course of this fest?
Well, I can tell you this much: as I talked to you guys before I left, next Saturday they're going to have a solar eclipse over here.
Oh, that's right.
So they're expecting somewhere around 935,000 people next Saturday in Albuquerque.
Holy shit.
1 million people?
Yes.
That's got to be more than their normal population.
Let's put it this way: the mayor was on this morning and on one of the news channels, and he said that during the 12 days of Balloon Fiesta, that their economy spikes up about $220 million.
Holy Joe.
Wow. That's almost like mini Vegas activity. Wow.
One Golden Knights hockey game.
Yeah.
Ask them if they got a Popeye balloon.
Yeah, did they have a Popeye balloon for you?
Negatory.
That's too bad. That's too bad.
You know what? I say this with all due respect. If you've never seen this, or this is one of the things you need to do in your lifetime.
Right.
It's unbelievable. Okay, it just is. It's like Mardi Gras in New Orleans.
Right. Right.
So,
yeah. Well, I'm glad you're having a good. Go ahead.
So what's going on over there? Anything?
Well, Ryan is sitting in for you. He's trying to hold down the fort. He's doing a pretty good job. But I hope you realize you're still getting pounded on from us over here, even though you're not here. I hope you know that.
That's okay.
We're too close to the gay pride for you to be saying pounded on.
I don't care. Like I said, Bruno Sammartino is going to win the main event. That's all you got to worry about.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Chief, we're going to let you go. Go back, have some fun. If you get a chance, put your predictions in the chat room so I can send them to Ronald, okay?
Will do. Hey, guys, love you all. Have a great day and a great week.
All right, love you too, boss. Have a good time.
Go get high.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, on that note, while we regroup here after that call and some of our own commentary back here, we're going to decide for a break.
Another one?
Listen, I got to pay the bills. What can I tell you? Got to pay that internet bill.
Got you covered.
You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hopefully, we'll be right back.
Well, hello, good people of planet Earth. Is this thing on? Hello. I can't see you out there in TV land, so I'm going to rely upon the honesty of the internet that I know you're on the other side of this mirror. And me, your warlord of weird, Sin Bodhi, is hoping that if you want to stumble upon the greatest form of internet entertainment of all time, even though the internet's only been around for about 23 minutes, I would like you to watch WWDBTV.com. It is amazing. It is awesome. They'll teach you the meaning of life. They'll teach you all sorts of cool stuff, how to turn peanut butter into jelly, and so many other things. And if you're going to watch, do it with styles. Do I look like I'm clowning around? Is this thing on?
Hi, welcome back. So we're having our own conversations back over as we usually do at break time. God forbid the mic should ever be hot when we have our comments over here.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah, we had that happen Thursday, didn't we?
Yep.
Robert Babcock says Miz hasn't won more than 2 times a year, but he's still current and puts others over, and he's a great guy. I think it's like you said. I mean, he's out there. He's got the TV show, which hasn't been back on TV as of yet, but he's got him and Maurice. He's doing the commercials. He's out there for that. He's a guy that right now, though I think we're in an agreement, and I agree with you, maybe gets one more major push for one goal to say thank you for a while. I think he's reached a point where he doesn't need a belt anymore to continue to be relevant, which we've seen over the last handful of years. He's still relevant, still does the Miz show every once in a while, and people still love the guy. Like you said, heel or face or otherwise, he's a very likable persona at times, and he carries it. But when you see the mic on the backside, like you said, Mike Mizanin, he is. I've not read anything ever bad. I've never seen anything bad. I think he is, but he doesn't need. He's one of those guys that's reached the point now where he doesn't need a belt to be relevant in the wrestling world.
Sure,
in my opinion. Yeah, but what do I know about hockey?
I agree with you. I just it's something I'd like to see a little bit more consistency come from his booking, and if he doesn't end up with a title run as a thank you, then at least some consistency in his booking. He deserves that.
At least be in the chase for a while.
Something,
right? No, I agree. But we can say that about a lot of folks that people's bookings, are so vast. I mean, that we think should be in better positions, right?
I mean, I thought we were going to see something with Ciampa and Gargano, and is Loomis still employed? That's not even a joke.
I have no idea.
Is someone in catering apparently?
Like him and Indy Hartwell, are they still like?
Indy Hartwell went back to NXT Tuesday. Now she's going after Becky Lynch for the NXT belt.
What is happening? This is what I'm talking about. This.
Yep.
Fix this. Hunter, fix it.
Mic drop. Another name that comes up, it's not unless I missed it on the run sheet, which wouldn't be the first time. Another name that was released but really made a very big statement this past week was Dolph Ziggler. Did you guys see his comment that was quoted?
I did not.
Basically comes out, really the first time since it's been released, this is his comment. And to paraphrase, he basically says, look, I'm excited now for the new opportunity, and I can truly be me, another like Adam Copeland. I'm free. I can do whatever I want. And he's going to come back and basically show so much more of what he could have been given opportunities in WWE. He didn't indicate where he might land, whether it's AEW. His name is being tied to AEW. Maybe it's Impact, and who knows? But he's come out very strong as a 20-year veteran almost of WWE system, that he is excited for the opportunity to take himself to a much higher level that he was never really able to do in WWE.
I mean, they gave him all the tools to do it, and he's got the talent to do it. So I'm all for it.
I actually had that on a run sheet, and then I saw his brother's Twitter.
I didn't see
and his brother's Twitter said that that's fake, and he hasn't done any interviews yet. And you think his first interview is really going to be on an AM radio station in Canada?
Okay, well there you go.
But I'm pretty sure he has those same settlements.
Well, wrestling. What's one of the big wrestling sheets? I hate to say it because that's Chief's favorite line. WrestlingSource.com or
something like I saw it on there too.
So they put it out there as well, and I think
I had it on the run sheet for sure.
Yeah,
I just happened to look on the thing. I was like, oh, never mind.
But I could still see Ziggler though take that reaction.
Because, yeah, for sure.
I mean, we think Miz may not be consistent with booking. Look what they've done with Ziggler over the last 5, 6, 7 years. Going from this dysfunctional no music, walking out to black. When he stopped his theme song, to again just showing up in areas really to being nothing more than enhancing other talent. Didn't he go to NXT for a little quick bit too, right?
Yeah, he beat Braun Breaker for the
That's what it was. That's right. So that's another guy that would fall right in line with the Miz of inconsistent booking over the years. But I'm actually excited to see where he lands. People are tying him to AEW because that's where his brother is, right?
Yeah.
So I would love to see him. I'm anxious and excited to see what he's going to do next. All right. Let's see. We talked about that. Oh, we were doing Wrestle Dream results. Eddie Kingston defeated Shibata to retain the New Japan Pro Wrestling Open Weight and ROH World titles. What's open weight?
So they have an open weight division. He's just
so it doesn't matter.
Champion.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's where guys with beer bellies can do stuff.
Okay. So Eddie Kingston winning, that's not like in your wheelhouse of excitement.
Eddie Kingston isn't in a wheelhouse of anything.
There you go. All right, then. Your thought on that match?
This is a pretty good match. Is Eddie Kingston match.
Okay. Chris Statlander defeated Julia Hart to retain the TBS title. Young Bucks defeated Lucha Brothers, the Guns, and Hook and Orange Cassidy to get a title shot. You surprised with that ending?
No, it's the Young Bucks.
Again,
the Young Bucks.
I was going to say, Ryan is so overjoyed with this card so far.
There was, I'm very strict, and I'm very, I don't want to say negative, but it when it comes to AEW, it takes a lot to impress me because I'm a big fan of the King of the Hill, which is WWE. So when I have all these little smart marks think that they're seeing the greatest thing on the planet, I'm like, no, you're just seeing a high spot fest glorified indie match. So no, I'm not entertained. Like I want to see Dustin go out there and put on a 5-star match, and people go, well, I don't get it. That's because you don't really watch wrestling.
Right.
You watch spot fests.
Exactly. Interesting. Swerve Strickland defeated Hangman Adam Page.
Now that was a good match. I freaking love Swerve. That dude's legit.
I don't care for Swerve.
No one asked you, you're fired.
But tell me he's not on the juice. Tell me that man is not. He got like twice the size in 6 months. He is on the juice.
Ricky Starks defeated. Well, I don't want to send your comments to Ryan. Anyway,
I'll make his new email, Ryan at thoughtscountanywhere.com. It'll be up in an hour.
Send it.
Oh my goodness. Ricky Starks defeated Wheeler Yuta.
I love Ricky Starks.
Okay.
I think he is extremely charismatic. I think he has a great look. I think he's a solid performer. And then there's Wheeler Yuta.
Wheeler Yuta is like the most boring person.
Yeah, he's a good wrestler. It's just, man, I would literally watch paint dry.
Paint dry. Yeah, and that's not exciting anyway.
Right?
That's not exciting.
That guy has no promo, no nothing. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do stuff because I'm tough and I bleed a lot. All right.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the bleed. What's your thoughts on all the blood that we see in AEW? John Moxley. I mean, to me, it's a lot.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
When AEW first became a thing, one of their first things they said was it's going to be a special occasion deal where if it enhances storyline, cool. You're doing it every week. Now I don't care anymore.
Right.
It was so cool to see blood.
Right.
Because I love that. And now I'm like, oh, who's going to bleed tonight? Oh, 5 guys bled on the card tonight. Wow. How many times did they change the ring mat? 30 times? Of course.
Yeah. We've talked about that a lot with the Blood Fest too. So let me ask you, because again, it's the first time in a while that you and I are doing a show together. When AEW first started, not only did they mention that, but they also said we're going to be doing things different. Remember? What have they done anything other than blood? Have they really done anything different in 5 years to separate themselves from or being different than WWE?
Yeah. One thing.
What's that?
Book guys that look like they work at GameStop.
Okay.
They push guys that weigh 110 pounds. Yes, they do that.
Gotcha. So does Kevin Owens work at a GameStop too?
No. He works at Dunkin' Donuts. Sorry, Kevin, I love you.
Oh my goodness gracious! I don't think they've done anything to separate themselves to be different than the traditional shows either. And I think the blood is just way too much, and that can't be good for Moxley in the long haul.
Yeah,
with as much blood as he's spilling, I mean, it's crazy. So, all right, Bryan Danielson. Speaking of blood, I think he ended this match bloody too. Defeated Zack Sabre in the match.
That was a great match.
5-star.
Like 4.5.
Okay.
You know what? Allowing Danielson to do his to make magic in the ring, I will always be happy to watch.
Right. Because we know he's winding down. He's made that clear. Maybe one more year at best.
And he looks great. He hasn't lost a step yet. If he keeps putting on bangers like this, I'm all for it.
Okay.
I definitely see him, like, he'll last as long as he wants to at the rate he's going at, but He said like once his daughter hits 7, he's gonna like call it a career. She's 6,
Right.
So it's only a matter of time. But every wrestler says shit like this, and they don't ever freaking like fully go away. So
Right.
I don't ever see like Daniel Bryanson ever like fully calling it a career.
Right.
He's eventually like sprinkle in somewhere.
And now Bria's talking about coming back to wrestling too. There's been reports over the last week that wants to come back. She still has it in her to wrestle. Do we see her come back to AEW then?
100%.
Right? We were talking about Edge. We're still going to call him Edge, by the way. Going back to WWE at some point. Do you think at any time Danielson will go back to put a bow in his career?
I'd love to see it,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like he's one guy that might not.
Okay.
I think he's one of those guys where I feel like he's satisfied with putting on a quality body of work in the
Mhm.
ring, and he doesn't care about the rest of the fanfare.
Gotcha. And I agree with that. I agree. It's not into the fanfare side of it. But again, he's a guy that, other than the great work he did in the Indies, so to speak, before getting into WWE, and we all forget he was fired at one point from WWE because of the fact when there was the takeover, there was a whole hanging, I forgot who it was, from the tie.
Justin Roberts.
Justin Roberts. There was that. That was the issue. He was fired. He had that issue. And for the rest of the wrestling world, fortunately, they brought him back. But we forget about that. People forget about that incident, and then think about where he got his start, right? He was paired with Miz when they did that mentorship stuff with a lot of the wrestlers too.
Yeah.
And that storyline came back as a great storyline years later between the two of them having their huge rivalry with the kicks, right?
Yeah.
To change the it kicks and his kicks and whatnot. So a lot of good stuff. I mean, look, if he could come back to WWE as an announcer, he doesn't have to be in the ring. If he's satisfied with his body of work and doesn't feel he needs the fanfare, God bless him. Let him help everybody at AEW. Let that brand go bigger. I love him. I loved him. The yes and the no. And WWE Universe still loves him because you still see the yes chance and the no chance.
And
right?
That was that the height of his career was in WWE.
Yes.
Like every other
the underdog.
Yep. And every wrestler, the peak is still the WWE. You can't deny it.
Right.
You just can't.
Right.
We want to see it happen. I don't think he does. And that's fine.
Right. Makes sense. All right. Don Callis' family defeated Jericho and the Golden Lovers. What? The Gold, is that another new name for his faction? The Golden, boy, that can lead down so many terrible roads. Tell me.
Okay, so I don't like Jericho losing so much. He's been losing a lot.
Okay.
It bothers me a little bit because in a lot of situations he doesn't look strong losing either.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like now he's not literally being made fun of, but it's like it's starting
Jobber.
He's like jobbing a lot more than he should.
Right.
And he's starting to sound like this like super arrogant, cocky heel, but then he's just gonna boom
roll over.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, I don't this is Jericho, man. This guy
Goat?
helped build this company. Yes.
Goat? Okay.
Yes.
I knew eventually I'd get you
It's
to
kind of
one.
funny that you say that because like he was just responding to people on Twitter this week that's saying like, oh, you never put anybody in AEW over. You're just out for yourself.
Wow.
Jericho's like, what the hell?
Look at
what do you want me to do?
Dude, he's literally put over guys that he's never needed to put over. Like he's put over so many people in this company already. And he's continuing to do it. He works with people backstage. He donates time, money, effort, and all that stuff to all this other talent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Jericho, GOAT.
I agree with you. I think he is.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the great things about Jericho is that he's always been able to adjust his character to the changing times, which has always been great. I still think the WWE is best run. The list. I mean, come on. You take a freaking clipboard.
Yeah. Who else can get a punted plan over?
Right, that's
Mitch.
That's that's right. And the run he had with Kevin Owens for all that, I think was one of the classic, runs that anybody could have as well.
Yeah.
I think that
being
was great.
ringside during the Festival of Friendship.
Yes. Oh, that's
still
right.
like one of the coolest things.
That was out here, right?
Yeah,
that
it was at the
Thomas
and Mack.
I remember that. Slammed his head into the Tron, right? The Jumbotron, the Jericho 2000, whatever.
What a time.
Yes. Yes. FTR defeated Aussie Open to retain the AEW tag titles.
think everybody saw that coming. I think Aussie Open was about to win the tag titles, but
yeah, I mean,
once the Young Bucks like won the previous match, you kind of figured FTR was going to retain just to get like the third match of them again.
Mm-hmm. You just kind of saw it.
Yeah.
Saw it coming, right? Last but not least, Christian Cage defeated Darby Allin in a 2 out of 3 falls match to retain the TNT title with help from Nick Wayne. No relation to Bruce Wayne, by the way. Before Christian had hit the concerto on Sting, some guy named Adam Copeland came in and debuted with AEW.
So we were just talking about Jericho reinventing his career.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just appreciate Christian for probably having one of the best runs of his life?
Yeah.
He's legit having the best run of his career right now.
He's not even holding the main title.
Right.
That's insane to me. If this somehow doesn't lead to a title match between Edge and Christian at some point for the main title, I don't know what you guys are doing over there, because this is money. Like, there's so much money here. It's so compelling. Like, I can literally skip through a lot of AEW.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I see Christian on TV, I'm like, well, hold on.
Right.
I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this in regular speed, not fast forward.
Right.
I mean, his promos are insane. And can we just talk about how good the dude looks too?
Mm-hmm.
Dude's wearing a turtleneck but has a six-pack at almost 50.
Right.
That's insane.
And crazy, and like everyone was always saying like MGS the biggest heel in like wrestling. Like he would always go for like the low-hanging fruit of like everybody. Like CM
Cheapy.
Punk in his UFC career. You go for the GP.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Cage will go for I'm gonna go for your freaking jugular.
Right.
And try to like rip your heart out somehow. Like he went after Jack Perry and be like, I'm not your dad. Your dad's dead. And I was like,
yeah.
Whoa.
It's amazing. It really is. And I know, like, the crazy part is as soon as you get backstage, I'm sure Christian's waiting for you going, man, that was good, wasn't it?
Sure.
And I just think that is the coolest thing. And I love seeing it. And one of the singular reasons I tune in is Jericho and Christian and now Edge.
Do you think Christian is now finally getting his comeuppance as a singles competitor? Because I say that when he was teaming with Edge all those years ago, everybody believed, and it obviously came to fruition, that Edge was the better talent, was the better this, which is why when they broke up, et cetera, and that Christian really never got his due, that he continued to play second fiddle, so to speak.
He was always in Edge's shadow.
Right. So in real life, I don't know if there's any animosity about that. I don't know. It's not my concern. But now, after all these years, it's got to make Christian feel good. Like you said, he's on one of these runs that you dream about. Mm-hmm. And do you think that's a bit of validation for the naysayers? Now, maybe not for him, but those who always felt that he was in the shadows of Edge. Well, wait a minute. Maybe Christian was a lot more, entertaining. It was a lot more better value than he was given credit for 20 years ago, as we see him now.
I think so. I feel like this run should have taken place in 2011.
Yeah.
When he held the World Heavyweight title on SmackDown.
Gotcha.
I think this is what he really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And obviously with the PC and everything, you gotta if I was able to sit down and just have a conversation with him, I would just thank him for this insane body of work that he's doing right now. It's unreal. Like it's so entertaining.
Well, that's good. I think we're all in agreement with that. I think he's finally getting his due as a singles performer. You know, he's got Luchasaurus around there or whatever, but for the most part, the spotlight and all is on him. And I think he's finally getting the credit he deserves for that. All right, we're going to step aside for our last break of the show. As we come back, we're going to wrap around the fourth quarter here. We've got a few more things on WWE. We also have our Thoughts Count Anywhere pop culture conversation and much more. If you have any questions, pop them into the chat room. We'll respond to them. You're watching TCA. Ryan's sitting in for Chief. Matt and I will be right back.
Find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery. I've got to have it. So colorful. I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to the heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
Hey, welcome back to Desert Valley Gallery. By the way, we thank them. If you go up there, located at Tivoli Village, you get 20. Why? Because the chief said so. I said that in honor of him.
But isn't there another special reason?
There's 20% special reasons on your first purchase of $1,000 or more. 20% off. Go up there, Tivoli Village.
That's $200.
That is very true. That can buy a lot.
The math guy.
Yeah, but I teach reading. That's the funny part. But that $200 can buy a lot of internet. Anyway, so with that, go up there, mention
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Well, I don't know. No. Aaron Zauer, Aaron Phillips, Thoughts Count Anywhere, WWDBTV. I don't care. Just head up there. By the way, that offer's good through December 31st for all your holiday shopping needs or just because gift. Okay, even if you don't go in for $1,000, go in and buy something and mention us, and I'll send you a shirt. Anyway, okay, let's go flip back over to the WWE report. We got about 15 minutes left. So we'll pick a couple of topics here. What's hot on the list you want to bring up there, Mr. Matt?
I got a good one I know Ryan's been wanting to talk about
All
this
right.
for a hot while.
Let's do it.
Jade Cargill's been seen in Indianapolis and is rumored to be appearing at Fastlane. What's your thoughts on Jade Cargill and being in WWE?
I think she needs to just take the title off Roman, honestly. No, I'm just kidding.
Off Roman? Wait a minute. I was going to do something. My pen stopped.
Straight to the moon. Strap the rocket on. No, I don't want her to be at Fastlane. I want her to debut at the Rumble. I want it to be special. I want it to be huge.
Huge.
She needs to be treated as such. You can't take her from AEW, where she had this insane run, and then now bring her into WWE on a fast lane. I don't want to see that. Throw her in the main event picture. Let her trial by fire.
Mm-hmm.
She's done it. Let her do it again.
No.
It has to be treated. She's perfect. That's all I have to say.
The match I want to see with that at some point is her and Charlotte, because physically they match up pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Are you as convinced Cargill is as good a star as she's being represented, as good a performer that we see her represented in AEW and all the hype and everything?
Presence, yes. Performer, no.
Okay.
She needs some work.
Still needs a little work. I agree with that. I mean, 56-0, I get it, is a nice record to have, but
56-0 against jobbers and a couple sprinkled in good people
in the mid-card
is a different thing.
Right.
And going against Charlotte and Bianca on a constant basis.
Right. And her mic skills, from what I remember,
Ryan's going to hate me.
It's sorry, I got your number. It doesn't show up. Don't worry about it. I got you. But her mic skills, from what I remember, are not the best.
Mm-hmm.
So there's still a lot of work to be done down there. I think we talked about it last week. Let's get her into NXT season, get into the WWE mentality, and get a better platform for her to perform in a month or two down the line. She's got to get some WWE style work in before they can put her into something. Now, you want her to show up and put her face on camera tonight? That's different, or whatever. But I agree with you. There should be. You're spending this. Even ESPN covered the signing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're talking a major moment in the wrestling world going into main, crossover to main media, and have that moment. There should be a grander stage presentation, but I think she's got to be in NXT for at least a month, working in the WWE style of mentality.
I think with all the hype around her, I don't think she can even appear in NXT. She's gonna go to the performance center and work out with everybody and get the WWE way down, get some reps in, but she needs to go straight to the main roster and put the rocket on her.
Yeah, Matt, cut the shit.
She's trying to get back on your good graces now. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right, go ahead. Pick a topic on there, Ryan. Give us one.
That was gonna be it, but since it's not, there's another one I really want to talk about.
Okay.
Hogan shutting down Ric Flair on karaoke night for trying to sing "My Ding-a-Ling." I love that so much.
That's my favorite story I wrote on here. That was I want video leaked of that.
I was gonna say you got to give me backstory on that. And I was wondering if there was video. So. Where were they at? They were just out having fun doing karaoke somewhere.
Hogan has his new restaurant called Hogan's Hideout, and they have a karaoke night once a week. And Ric Flair was there trying to sing "My Ding-a-Ling," and Hogan was like, "No, brother, you can't do that. It's a family restaurant, brother."
Just noticed he didn't show it. He didn't try to show it, did he?
I mean, it's Flair.
It's Flair. You never know.
Right, like we saw him in the ring take his pants off. Jeez, oh God, no.
Probably elbow drop the ground in his coat too. And you're like,
God, oh no, just the visions. I want to get him out of my head. God, oh my, give me something sharp, can you please? Yeah, okay. We talked about Roman Reigns. Looks like he'll be back on SmackDown. You know, I read something interesting about Triple H. Talk of him becoming heel and becoming more of a presence on TV, not necessarily in the authority style figure, but and I'm trying to remember in what show they were talking about doing it, but does Triple H really need to get involved back on TV in any way, shape? You think so?
Absolutely.
Where? What? I mean, on all shows, one show?
All the shows.
Okay.
I want him there at any capacity, wherever he's featured, it's a positive.
Okay.
It's
good
positive.
For business.
Yeah, it is. It's best for business. I mean, we need to see Triple H.
Okay. That's fair. What do you think?
I'd like to see Triple H. He's always been, I don't know if I want to see like the authority again,
right.
But if they can figure out a new way to like bring him in, like a Dana White thing or something to that effect, then yeah, but I just don't want to see the authority. I don't want to see like
been there, done that.
Yeah, we've been there, done that already. Right. I don't want to see it again.
So if he's a heel, what I wish I could fully reference like what show they're talking about or how he's going to get involved with the show. But as a heel of some sort, what could he do on air other than almost like an authority? Are we in agreement he's not wrestling anymore?
Oh yeah, that's for
right.
Sure.
So if he turns heel,
he's not like a pacemaker. He can't.
Right. Well, is it Ric Flair? Didn't he have something going on that when he wrestled that last match? He also had a.
He had a lot of things going on during that last match.
I think he died twice during that match.
Wasn't showing his ding-a-ling?
Yeah.
No ding-a-lings?
That was backstage.
But seriously, it's like what type of heel persona could Triple H bring back to TV at this point, if that story is right in terms of, and again, it's rumors, it's dirt sheets, but it makes you think and talk.
Mm-hmm.
What, you guys agree that having him on camera will only enhance things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if he comes back as a heel to do that, they're almost treading on like the authority, like kind of persona, right? He's going to come in as a heel. He's going to dictate everything and want things going his way, this way, that way, or whatever. What could he do as a heel though, other than that?
Make Cody's life a living hell to where we buy in, because I think the Cody story has kind of died down.
Okay.
And I was afraid this would happen.
Right.
So if you want to catch lightning in a bottle twice, you need to now have Triple H be that guy to be like, no, you're not getting this shot. And then Cody does it again. That's the only way we're doing this.
Didn't we see that though with Daniel Bryanson?
Yeah. And I'm okay with seeing it again.
Okay.
There's only so much you can do.
Well, that's true. That's why I was like, so that kind of brings, I think tie with Cody, I agree with. I like that idea. Other than that, why do you need to bring him back? I know what you're saying. Having him on camera is always a good thing. I get that, but they've been doing okay thus far without him really being on camera all that often.
Yeah. And I think maybe him and Adam Pearce can do a thing together.
Okay.
And kind of where Adam Pearce has to like go to him for stuff now. And
gotcha.
He's like, hey, I'm back. You're not making all these rules. You're not making all the calls.
Well, that's fair.
So, it's like it's not official until I say it's official.
I mean, anything like that, or he can,
the game.
Even a little tease of him getting back in the ring, even though it's not going to happen, is always fun.
Yeah,
I don't know. These guys shouldn't ride off in the sunset and never be seen. I love that. I think like when Billy Kidman was working backstage with Forever, I would have loved to have seen him just come out and say something once in a while. And I never got to see that.
Yeah.
If Goldberg, you cannot come back, that'd be delightful. Thank you.
Goldberg, you can come back anytime.
No.
Anytime. In case of emergency, break glass for Goldberg.
Roberts. Hey, Rafi, I see you out there, buddy. Thank you for jumping in there. Triple H, the new Mr. McMahon heel owner. The problem is he's not an owner. You can't put Triple H in that kind of role the way he says the new Mr. McMahon, but he's not an owner. He's not even on the board of directors anymore. So I don't know if that would totally fit based on that suggestion. All right, last one, and then we'll wrap up with pop culture. Johnny Gargano returned to Raw to help Ciampa from being attacked by the Imperium. From what I heard and read and kind of saw through, wasn't as big a pop. It sounded like that I think many people had hoped for or expected with him coming back in. So did they waste an opportunity here with Gargano coming back? Because now, does that not downgrade Ciampa's opportunity at getting the belt from Gunther?
Yep. To me, it throws him right back in the tag picture.
Right.
And now we're kind of. Well, I mean, what?
No, go ahead, go, bring it out.
Gargano and Ciampa to me are mid card at best.
Okay.
All the diehard marks are going to think that these guys should headline at WrestleMania.
Okay.
I don't buy it.
Okay.
I just don't. Ciampa has a better look. So if anything, I'd maybe put a title on him at some point, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But the Gargano thing for me didn't pop me at all. So
Okay.
I don't know. To me, it downgrades the whole storyline now.
I think now that he's back, everyone's going to expect to see DIY, their tag team, back. So that's going to put them right in a tag team division. And once they got to get in the ring with Damian Priest, and they got to go, huh?
What's he like?
He's going to realize how small they are.
He's like what, 6'7", 6'6", something like that.
Yeah.
6'6", 240, 245.
Big
whatever.
guy.
Yeah, he's not a. You know, it's. I just now if this is going to happen with them as a tag team, and they did bill it as a DIY reunion, is what came out. Who's then next for Gunther? This happening now. Now we're kind of forgetting about the Intercontinental thing a minute. Who would then be next for Gunther to face if it's not going to be Ciampa?
It's too soon, but I really want Gable to win that title off of him.
I agree, especially the stand he took on TV. How can you let that go by, right?
Yeah, he said somehow he's going to get to him again.
Right.
That'd be a great storyline to like get the belt off of him.
Right.
It's got to come full circle. But in now with doing that, Gunther now has to take that step up.
Right.
After that,
Yeah.
You can't let him fall back.
Right.
He's white hot.
Right.
Throw him in that main event picture. It's time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
He
I
is
buy that.
a phenomenal worker.
We have only a few minutes left, and due to our new constraints, which I didn't talk about with you guys before we went on the air. Oh, today it doesn't matter. That's right.
2-hour show.
Oh, that's right. So we can't replay this one anyway.
That's right.
Oh, because of the
1 hour limit on restream.
Never mind.
Never mind. Never more. Matt Riddle launching his own cannabis strain. Duh. That's all I got to say about that.
Bruh.
Right? I mean, really? What do they got? I wonder what these call in the business. Did it say what the business was in the name?
No, I didn't.
I was just curious, you know.
Probably, bro.
That's what I'm thinking. SDL was injured during the Australian tour. What's happened? By the way, we talked about this before you got here. Tommy Dreamer getting forked in the back by Crazy Steve. Now, look, I know Dreamer's not a small guy anymore, right? He was wearing some sort of coat, jacket. If anybody couldn't see the padding or something that was on his back, right? I was like, come on. Even like Stevie Wonder could have seen it. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad it was. So they got to do better, don't you think?
Yeah. Did you hear the people actually laughing in the crowd?
No, I did not hear. I didn't hear the audio.
If you play it back, they posted it on Instagram.
Okay.
You can actually hear people just going, ha, 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 like obviously laughing at it. And I'm like, oh, that's tough.
That's too bad. It's just like, you want to make it look good. But yeah, you could just see, he doesn't usually go out in big green army looking jackets. He's got his t-shirt or sweat jacket on, not that heavy jacket. And then you could see the vest of some sort in his back. You could see this, at least like
you could see the outline of something.
It looked square. Whatever it was on his back. I'm like, all right, not buying it. Now, if he had a spork in his hand, that's totally funnier. You know what I'm saying? Use a spork to get him. But anyway, all right, let's go to some pop culture. Not that I care about baseball anymore. Haven't cared about that since July. Major League Baseball playoffs are underway. Thoughts on the play? Who's going to win the World? Who's going to go to the World Series in your guys' mind? I mean, I can barely think of all the teams that are still left playing in the playoffs, but I know a couple of teams got through the wild card round. Give me some playoff predictions. Give me World Series predictions. Who do you think?
I think the winner of the Phillies-Braves series is going to win the World Series.
Okay.
Whoever wins between those two.
Okay. Dodgers.
I kind of want Bryce Harper to win one, but good luck
Dodgers.
Trying to stop the Braves at this point.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think that's good. But Dodgers, no?
No.
Okay.
I'm actually, I got to side with him as much as I don't want to.
Got it on tape.
Yeah.
Forever.
I mean, you still got a lot of heat for the Jaden Cargill comments. Yeah, I gotta go. Man, yeah, it's the winner of those two for sure.
How about on the American League side? Houston is still there. Seattle, you still have some.
Selfishly, I want Seattle to do something.
Okay.
Just so my friend can be happy.
Just they haven't been in the playoffs in forever.
Yeah.
So for them, this is sort of new ground. Houston is still there, right? Like I said, I can't even think of who the other teams are at this point because the Giants have me so pissed off.
I want to see Houston get in just so I can watch them lose again.
Okay, so Houston, would you be happy with Houston and Philly or Houston and Atlanta? Because I think Houston's going to come through. I think they're going to get
Houston and Atlanta sweep them.
Okay. What do you think?
I want Philly.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Bryce Harper thing.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. And Schwarber, too. He's been playing like lights out since as well. I wouldn't mind seeing Philly win. And then after that, Bryce Harper gets signed with the Yankees. All right. Hockey starts this week.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Vegas Golden Knights, they get to start defending their cup. ESPN was, I don't know if you guys saw, I saw a little bit of part 2, but ESPN was airing behind the scenes of the Stanley Cup with the Knights. Like when they were in the locker room during intermissions and talking all the behind the scenes stuff. I didn't know that was out there, and I hope they replay it. I'm going to look for the 2 parts of the play, but that looked rather interesting for the behind the scenes. And when they started talking about the finals, especially game 1 where they went up 5-2, and the emotion and everything, and the save that Hill made in that game on Kachuk, just coming off the stick barely, and I forgot who it was from the Knights who happened to have been there on the rebound, was able to clear the rebound, because without that puck was sitting there. You could have blown on it and would have gone into the net for a goal. But it was a good start. So if you guys catch that. So I expect the area of T-Mobile to be packed even more so than usual for the home opener. So, all right, we only have about a minute or 2 left. Anything left you guys want to put out there before we say goodbye?
We're doing like final thoughts or like final wrestling
stuff? Let's do final thoughts, because this way it's almost 11 o'clock and John could go take a breather. Worried about the internet.
Yeah, get ready for the next show.
Yeah. That show, if that blows up, it blows up.
Hopefully Fastlane's a good show. Hopefully nothing crazy happens on Fremont Street tonight. Surprised it didn't yesterday, as far as I heard. There's no reports on my desk, so it's a good thing.
Well, that's good. When you walk in and there's nothing to talk about, that's always a good
Everybody have a good, safe week. Enjoy yourselves. Tell your friends and family you love them.
There you go. Final thoughts, Mr. Ryan.
Aces finals start tomorrow, noon. Defending champions, they're going to two-peat, and then the Knights are going to follow in those footsteps, and I love to see it.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Aviators are still in baseball playoffs, I think, because my daughter, who lives in Virginia, mentioned that their team is coming out here to Vegas to play for the baseball. I thought they were done by now. I thought the minor league, AAA level was done by now, but they're coming out here. So we still have a lot of great things going on. Of course, the traffic around the Strip sucks, but that's
We're going
always
to try to buy a ticket to New York.
Against the Liberty Game 3, yeah, probably.
Oh, there you go. Tonight I will be down at Pinecrest Academy. Cadence, this is the Big Valley Wrestling is having a card down there, 6 matches. That's going to benefit their athletic division as well. So I'll be down there tonight. If anybody's coming down, make sure you stop by and see me at the commentary desk. With that, just want to remind everybody at the top of the hour, Aaron's Hour, my special guest, video link in, is going to be actor, and I found out reading his bio, former pro wrestler, Dustin Ardeen will be joining me at 12 o'clock to talk about what he's got going on. So we don't want to miss it next week. Chief is still away, I believe, right? He's this week and next week. Yeah. So if you got nothing going on next Saturday, come on in. Let us know. We got a week in advance. Depends if you guys are talking about Shade Gargill anymore.
I got the Renaissance Fair.
Oh, is that next weekend? Yeah. All right. Well, all right.
Have fun then. I'll be here in the morning. How about that?
All right. That's cool. Whatever you can do, that'll be great. All right. Join us next week.
10 to 11 next week.
Yeah, we only got 1 hour next week, 10 to 11.
I can do it.
There you go. All right. Thank you for watching us. As always, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. See you next week right here. Enjoy Fast Lane on Thoughts Count Anywhere. See you next time. Thank you for watching.